Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to the channel, I welcome you here. My name is Elizabeth. I am a medium, divine channeler, remote spirit extractor, white witch, and divine alchemist, and I also happen to be a divine feminine on the path of ascension. This is a very important video that I was guided to do today. For those of you who are new to the channel, I have various types of videos that are available on the channel. I do a lot of videos that are about healing, videos that are about protection techniques, videos that are about twin flame journey, ascension journey, even videos that are going to be more so about the craft. I'm going to have some videos about magic that will be on here too. I have a couple of them, I believe, but we're going to be doing some more divine magic on this channel as well. So I think that's going to be exciting for all you people who are coming into your divine magician, divine alchemist aspect. And there is a video on that if you'd like to go back on how to recognize that your life purpose, your mission is based on being a divine magician. So this video will be specifically for those of you who are on the twin flame journey. And I just wanted to say this, just in case anyone is confused. I have not denied or defied the twin flame journey in any which way. What I was simply guided to do is to really gather all of my aspects, all of the ways in which I really honestly express my truth, express my soul, and make sure that I am expressing all of it. So I really felt like, bringing the magic even more up front was going to feel like me, and that's why we have the fresh backdrop. I'm really happy the chair is back, by the way. But for those of you who are wondering, no, I have not, even by saying that I'm a divine feminine versus saying I'm a twin flame, no, I have not given up on the journey or anything like that. I can't give up on the journey. We're going to talk about why that is. So I've been getting a lot of clients who are looking for answers or having personal readings with me, and a lot of it has been about just being very exhausted with this journey. I've also been getting comments about just being fed up with the journey and what's the point anymore, and I'm so over it. I'm so over this twin flame thing, this twin flame journey, and you know what? I just think I should just move on and just forget about this. It doesn't look like it's happening, and so on and so forth. And I know that it can really, really seem very, very difficult to deal with so much of what goes on the journey, on the beloved journey. This video really comes at a time where we're in this Mercury retrograde period now, and with retrograde, it's always about going back, right? In retrospect, going back, and if there's anything else that perhaps we didn't think of, or there's a different view we can take on things, or perhaps there are other layers of healing and which still needs to be addressed. It really is about going back and being able to address whatever is left. Of course, for those of us who are on the ascension journey, it's all about going up in our light, right? And that's going to be about dropping the 3D luggage, dropping that density. Of course, we can't really just drop it, but it's about really looking at the shadows that come up, really looking at, some of the things that have been blocking us, blocking our light, blocking our path, the thought patterns, the programs, the emotions that have been stuck in the body. And it really is about addressing those things. It's hard to do, and I want to talk about some of what is really becoming a lot clearer on this journey. Certainly for me and my journey, and probably for many of you, although maybe some of you have not really gone through being able to embrace the higher view yet, and that's what this is about. So there's been a lot of pain for so many of you on this journey, right? We go through pain. Why? Why does there have to be so much pain? Well, we want to understand this journey. We want to understand what's the point of it. Many people ask, what is the point of this whole thing? If I'm going to have to go through so much pain, and there's so many triggers, and things just keep on looping, we just keep on seeming to be in this loop it's a stuck place. It comes off as a stuck place. And why do I have to keep on doing this? Why do I have to keep on going through this when all I really want in my life is to be happy? That's what I want. Be happy, be happy, be happy. And there's so much to understand. I'm going to try to break it down in this video as to what the important things that are coming up for me, and I also received it for the collective, what they are. And it really is to think about the harvest time. We talked about the harvest. The gifts of this journey. What are the gifts? So we go through this pain, we go through this triggering. That's when you meet your beloved, and they are this perfect mirror, but they aren't the perfect match, right? So they're not that vibrational match, not in a good way, at least. It brings up things from the past, from other lifetimes, from this lifetime. It brings up things from ancestry, from the bloodlines. And when they come up and they trigger, it's painful. We have to go through so many things we don't want to feel again. We realize things that we don't want to realize. When we have to face our shadows. And the thing is that as we go through this triggering and this push and pull, we are becoming a lot more self-realized. So, one of the main things about this journey and what the point is, and to really kind of go over it and embrace the higher view of it, is that we are becoming self-realized beings. We are becoming liberated beings. Your twin is helping you with that mirror, with that reflection, to become self-realized, to achieve that wholeness, where you've been divided within yourself, separated within yourself, where there's been traumas that have fragmented you, where you've left pieces of your soul, right? Other places, right? Where you have not walked as yourself, where you have not embraced yourself, where you weren't confident to express your truth, where you couldn't really embrace all of your aspects and feel secure in that. Your twin flame, your beloved, your sacred partner, your holy partner. We got to bring back holy in this journey. I'm not hearing it out there. And it is a holy journey. It is a sacred journey. Your beloved is helping you to grow and evolve, and you're helping them, the same thing, in ways in which you never thought. But it's growing pains. It's very difficult. There's a lot of obstacles, and it takes time. And for many people, it's very frustrating because it can take a lot of time. It can take years, right? And so then the ego often kicks in with, why am I doing this for so long? I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I'm wasting my time. And then the ego also likes to hold on to a lot of attachment and a lot of expectation regarding this journey. And the attachments and the expectations, right, that's not what helps this journey whatsoever. It's about two beings, self-realized beings, who are able to understand that wholeness, self-realization, connection and unity within the self, and unity with Source, all living things. The individual has to do that, right? It's a hero's journey. It's an individual. Individual processes, and your beloved helps you, yes, by reflecting, and they reflect to you, and you reflect back to them. But the difficulty of it, and the time that it takes, and the commitment and the dedication, but it's not to try to get a relationship. And looking back, foresight, right, for many of you, I really do believe you're going to really rethink a lot of the things that took place on this journey. That's how I'm getting it. The choices that you made, where you felt like you made mistakes, where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was so such in the chaser seat, or obsessive, or went through the social media and looked for my beloved and constantly needed to see if I could get validated, or and the other partner, perhaps they're going through, my gosh, I made these choices, I chose another person, I really went through these bad behaviors. Maybe you went through bad behaviors too, right? It takes two to tango. Went through perhaps addictions, addictive tendencies, right? Thought you were the mask, thought you were that particular image, only to find that pain that came up from underneath it was truly insecurity, low self-worth, low self-value, traumas, childhood traumas, not feeling like you belong here, feeling very, very different from society, feeling like you're broken, believing that you're broken, right? So why do people do crazy things, right? And this journey is like a literal mirror of that, and it magnifies both the positive and the negative. Why do we do these things that aren't good for us, right? Why do we think we are someone when that's not really who we are? Why are we protecting ourselves, so overly protective, or putting up walls? Why are we afraid of being alone? There's just so much profound awareness to gather from this as to why we do the things that we do. Why did we think the way that we thought? Why perhaps, like, looking through social media, do people think, oh my gosh, this person's better looking than me, this person's a better life than me, this person's more loved and more liked than me, this person's more valuable than me, this person has more success than me, I could never be like this person, and I could never be like that person, I could never be like that group of people. And why do we feel bad about ourselves when we bash ourselves? And why do we do things to cover that up? Like have sex, do drugs, drink, play video games, going on buying sprees, make believe we're somebody else, be a tough girl, be a tough guy, put up the walls, not allow ourselves to feel. So when you're thinking about this journey, when you're going back and you're really getting a sense of all of it, of what's the point, it really is about the healing. It really is about coming back to the self. It's where you've been divided within yourself, with your own feminine, your own masculine, and your partner, your beloved, their feminine, their own masculine, where you've been divided thinking that you are not connected to source, that you're not connected to this entirely beautiful universe that does support you, wants to see you be successful. This journey really does draw attention to where you've rejected yourself, or your partner's rejected their selves, rejected parts of the self, feeling shame about it, perhaps. Not wanting another person to see it, not wanting the world to see those parts, because it's shameful to have those parts show. You're not proud of yourself. They're not proud of themselves for it. But you see, through all of this is all a part of not only the twin flame journey about you and this other person. We're going to come together in this relationship and do this mission, and let's get it going. Finally, let's get it going. It's about all of the sacred steps that are taken. And when you think back on these steps, you think back as to what you've come through, what you've realized, even through the betrayal, the lies, betraying yourself, lying to yourself, your beloved betraying you, lying to you, even through the third parties running into another person's arms because the truth is just too much to handle, the pain is too much to feel. Through all of that, all of these experiences They're bringing you back to truth. They're bringing your partner back to truth. They're bringing you back to wholeness, to be able to look at all parts of ourselves, all aspects of ourselves, integrating it all, and understanding that we are a part of everything. The union is you. The union is you. What's the point? The union is you. You, the temple within, you and source, you and your higher self, you and earth, air, fire, and water, and the cosmos, the universe. The union is you. Your beloved is a reflection of that. And you are a reflection for them. And with you both, you are both a team no matter what's going on in the physical. Maybe you're not a match right now. Maybe there are still things to work on. But look how far you've come. This journey, it's like a life's review, a journey review, a twin flame journey review is happening right now, guys. Big time, because we are absolutely going through this huge 5D shift. It's so accelerated right now. It's so intense. And you are realizing, and your partner is too, no matter if you got in the physical proof or not, there's a realization there of what went on in the past and why things had to play out the way they played out, and why there was a rhyme and a reason and a purpose to all of it. No matter what seems like a mistake, it is not a mistake. It is an absolute perfect piece on the journey. No matter how bad it felt, no matter how much of a breakdown it gave, it is a perfect piece. All of the pieces have fit perfectly together. If you can go back and you can see that and embrace the journey for everything that it is, both shadow and light, you can see this, guys. You can see the higher view of what the point is. And I'm starting to get emotional about this because there's just truth just riding through me right now to share with you guys. The journey is the temple within. It's the Merkaba. It's the opposite but complementary forces all coming together into unity, into union. The light body, your ascension vehicle. It's you. And look at all of the things that you've learned about yourself. No matter what happens, even if you're twin flame and you're beloved and you have not chosen to come together in a physical relationship way, maybe you're meant to be with a soulmate. Many of you have chosen to be with your beloved in the physical. But no matter what happens, this whole entire journey has never been a waste, because this journey has always been about healing. This journey has always been about being able to understand truth, dispel illusion. This journey has always been about coming back to oneness. And with oneness brings miracle consciousness, brings miraculous opportunities, brings manifestation, brings magic. Right? Brings magic. You are magic. This earth is magic. The universe is magic. Love is magic. Love is magic. So there's a lot to think about. There's a lot. I took a couple notes just because I don't want to forget anything, but I really wanted to let most of this flow today. Many, this is an important thing, and I'm glad I got this down, is that many of you are asking yourselves very profound questions, and you know what, your beloved, because of how far you've come with the healing, the shifting, they're asking themselves very profound questions too, and they're looking at themselves very honestly. They want to understand now what it's going to take to have real happiness, real peace, and not try to distract oneself with all of these outside things, or look for that love and that wholeness in another person. Look to be filled up by another person or by stuff. internet and social media, or like I said, buying things, and what at the core is going to make one happy, and that happiness has to come from that connection with self and source, that pure acceptance of self, that pure connection with the divine, that trust in your higher guidance, your higher self, your team, your trust in the divine and the guidance that comes from, comes from spirit. And the happiness is what you can bring to the self. Your happiness is expressing your true self and being honest, being truthful. For many right now, if you're not honest with yourself, whether it's yourself or your beloved, if you're not living honestly and expressing your truth honestly, expressing your aspects, not being afraid of who you are, not being afraid of what you represent, doing the work, the purpose that you're meant for, your passions, if you're not living truthfully, right, how could there be happiness? How could there be abundance flow? Right? So for many on this twin flame journey, there's been living dishonestly, lying to oneself, pretending to be somebody else, pretending to own the role, trying to seem like you're always on top of your game and you're always number one, trying to seem like you're the hero in terms of a superhero trying to save everyone. Or some of you have been in that martyr kind of archetype. There's all different archetypes. But where's the true self in all of that? Where is the honesty? Where is that soul light really pouring out into the world? That's where happiness is. That's where peace is. That's where the best things in life will flow, will be attracted into your reality. And I guarantee you're probably asking yourself these very profound questions, and you'll be going back through this retrograde and really asking yourself, what is it going to take to get me excited? What is it going to take to make me happy? What do I feel good in? I don't care if it's what you want to wear that's maybe different from other people and that makes you feel good. If you want to do your hair crazy colors, I don't care, what it is. Hey, I got some witches behind me. I got a broom there. For some people that they put it down or think I'm a crazy person or think I'm a devil worshiper. Hey, you have to do you. The happiness comes from that purity and that honesty, and that's where you're going to feel whole. You're not going to feel without. And your beloved, guaranteed, is asking themselves these very profound questions and understanding that how they went about it was off the rails and not bringing that happiness, that peace. And same thing with you. And I tell you, you are protected, and this journey really is a beautiful journey. We have to look at the beauty of both the shadow and the light. Okay, there's so many gifts from the pain, but after the pain, it's really going to be about living and growing through bliss. But all of it are all beautiful processes, to be honest with you, to bring you back to wholeness so that you can ascend. You can ascend and be that higher 5D version. Live a 5D physical reality here, your beloved as well. And that's the point. That's the point. And it's all sacred. It truthfully is. So I'm asking all of you guys to just kind of search out your hearts and maybe meditate on these things. And if there are hints of resentment, if there's still resentment there or there's still judgment there, where can that be transformed within you throughout what you've experienced, right? Through the hurt and pain that you've gone through, perhaps connected to also other lifetimes and ancestry. Where can you transform that lower density within you so that way you can keep your heart wide open, allow that divine light to pour in, and you can be that union. That's the point. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that this helped. I really, really do. And remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye, guys.